My name is Taylor. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you're new seeing this and you're thinking, who is this girl showing up in my feed in 2024 using a MacBook camera? Hi, my name is Taylor. I'm lazy, therefore my videos are no editing, no new camera, just to get rid of all of the obstacles that would stop me from uploading. Just straight up MacBook camera, go with the flow vibes, because I've done this YouTube stuff a few times and I never do it if there's any complications, which is something I'm working on, but anywhoozle. I'm about to do a pick a card reading, so if you are willing to hear some messages, I suggest you stick around. I first want you to lean in just left or right. Answer, go. Okay? I heard right, but anyways, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you your options. We got left and right. You can choose one more time just to solidify. Just look at the crystals, look at the decks. And now we're choosing. Okay, so hopefully you picked one out. I'm gonna get us started off. If you started with the left, you chose the Wandering Star Tarot deck and the Flower Agate and the Strawberry Quartz Towers. So that's your first reading. Those are heavy heart chakra crystals, so you might be healing, energizing, or slowing down energy in that area, but let's get a little bit of a reading for you guys. Okay. Definitely tons to say. Okay, so the first card that fell out is the only that fell out upside down, so I can see all the other cards that came out. We'll do that, and I'm going to take this one, and we're going to call that good for now. So what I'm looking at right now, I'm going to start with the first card. We had the 10 of Pentacles. So this has to do with your lifelong stability and your lifelong abundance. You're right now really focused on taking care of your long-term wealth and happiness, whether that be in regards to family, to financial, to career, like your passions, like what you're doing with your day-to-day life. You're just focusing on being extremely abundant and prosperous in those areas. You might be surrounded by family at this time or just valuing them. That could be a heavy sign for you. I'm also getting here the Devil, the 6 of Wands, the 10 of Cups as well, so 10-10, closing out old cycles, the 2 of Wands, and what is this card that's flipped over? The 10 of Wands, but it was reversed, so much 10 energy, 10-10-10. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is you value family a lot. And divine guidance, I'm hearing. You might be super spiritual or religious, but you value your family a lot. And there is an issue with that. You've been feeling a lot of burdens. You've been feeling a lot of pressure specifically on yourself. Like you feel like you're carrying a lot of weight, a lot of anxiety, and I think it has a lot to do with you moving towards passions or things that you feel strongly about or towards, doing things for your own, to fuel your own fire is what I just heard. So like doing things to go towards what you care about in your life instead of what your family or friends might want you to go towards, because it feels like there's a disconnect between the two with all of these burdens, especially with the Fear card, with the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. These 3 cards have so much prosperous energy. Like these are beautiful, abundant, like these are the cards you want to come out. I'm telling you right now, like these are the cards you're hoping to see in a reading. But with the Fear here and the 10 of Wands reversed, I'm getting this energy that you feel like you have to choose between what your friends and family want and your own passions and your own desires, and you're scared that what you want, your passions, your desires, are just an illusion or are too good to be true. 444 on the timer. So you are being divinely guided towards the path that you're taking. And I did notice an eye on this vase with this rose coming out. So it's like divine guidance by using something that looks beautiful that could hurt you. You're right now assessing out the situation of, is it worth it? Capricorn placements could be significant here, or like the season, but there's this energy of making sure what you're going towards right now is valid and actually like going to bring you true abundance, true happiness, true emotional fulfillment and success, and like feelings of victory, and feeling like you did the right thing and you feel worthy and you feel glorious and triumphant, and like all the big, like, it's giving fairy tale type feelings. Like you are scared of going like the realistic route versus like the emotional fairy tale route, like trying to find that balance. And with the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands, it's looking like following your passions and closing off cycles of letting other people's opinions dictate your choices is going to be triumphant for you. But I just want clarification on that. Just want to make sure. Yeah, with the Eight of Cups, this is a major change you're making, especially with 1010 once again. Like, that angel number is all about closing out cycles. So with the Eight of Cups, the card of change, specifically taking emotionally motivated and intuitively guided changes. Yeah, okay. So the cards want to warn you, it's not going to be easy. With the Five of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles here, you are going to be working so hard to fight against your feelings of feeling like this might not have been the right decision, the feelings of fear. You're fighting against fear right now, and also other people's oppositions and opinions. And through working hard on creating those boundaries and fighting for your own emotional stability, because I'm seeing the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck here as the shadow. This is all about emotional maturity and beauty and healing in a very emotionally nurturing way. You're healing wounds of not allowing yourself to express your emotions and be intuitive. You're being healed by a Queen of Cups energy, it feels like, too, whether it's your own or someone in your life. There's something about someone who's very intuitive and just empathetic, emotionally sensitive. You feel like they have this energy, or this could be your energy, that it's like people feel like you can tell them anything. You feel like you can tell them anything, and they're just gonna accept you with compassion and kindness. And there's a lot of like emotional beauty within this person or within yourself, and you're learning to stop fighting against that and learning to stop fighting against this energy, because if this is another person who is showing it to you, they're bringing it out within you. Either way, this is your energy being either reflected to you from someone else, or you're finally what's the word, acknowledging. But yeah, here with this Eight of Pentacles, you're gonna work hard and you are going to see results. You are gonna see achievements. Like, it's going to be prosperous for you, like the beekeeper with honey. Like, all that hard work of training the bees and housing them and realizing how to handle everything safely, because there are bees, but there's gonna be prosperity, there's gonna be honey, there's gonna be a sweet ending for you. But yeah, it feels like the cards are falling out so much better than they were when I was trying to do readings for myself. Hello? Okay. It's because I have less that needs to be said, I guess, and you have more. But here, it's just, there's this energy of, once you fully stand in your power and work hard to take charge of your life and say, nope, I'm the one in control, not you. Sorry. I'm going to go towards my joy, my emotional fulfillment, because I do believe in myself, which is a big part of it. You need to believe in yourself for this. But because of that energy, I do see it leading to success. I have so many cards. I'm just going to be like, look at all these. I'm just going to be going one by one, flipping them over. But the Two of Swords, you're making this decision, or you recently made this decision, or this decision is coming to you. But just know that even if it feels like there's not a lot of guidance here, this card is surrounded in purple energy. Purple is the crown chakra, the chakra of knowing. I know. So I feel like maybe affirmations could be useful at this time, specifically affirmations of, I know I'm worthy, I know how to create a life of abundance and prosperity for myself, I know what decisions I need to make to live in the timeline of my own highest good. Stuff like that, where you're just my bubble wrap. There might have been like a bubble wrap around your life. You might have felt like you've been playing it safe, or you've been just taking the easier routes here, and you're now realizing, hey, if I want emotional fulfillment, if I want prosperity and joy and abundance, and I think I do, I need to take charge of my life, make my own decisions, and trust that I'm going to make the best decisions for me. And you're kind of having that moment. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is the beginning of something so prosperous for you. This is confirmation with the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands that, like, this is a good move. This is the way you want to go. This is the direction you should be moving. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is beginnings that are going to be so abundant, are going to be, one, I'm hearing like financial stability for you, but also like this is just going to bring you a lot of stability is what I'm hearing. Like, this is how you're going, this like practice is going to get you ready and teach you how to live the life you were always meant to live, in a life of prosperity and a life of happily ever afters, is what I'm also hearing. With the Seven of Cups, you're gonna have to actively make the choices regularly to do what's gonna make you happy, what goes towards your passions, what you want out of life, not what others are telling you, because I'm just feeling a lot of other people's energy on this reading, like a lot of other people trying to tell you what to do and putting pressure on you. There's a lot of outside things going on, and this is your chance. The universe is telling you to fight for what you want, to take the reins of your life. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. This is trusting your intuition so heavily and letting it guide you and take you on a journey of maybe ups and downs. And to be honest, some people are gonna be upset with you when you take this journey, just because they can no longer control you. They can no longer predict what you're gonna do. People liked when you were unwilling to vocalize how you felt, when you were willing to just take on all the burdens, when you were willing to just do what you were told and follow in everyone's guidance, because it allowed them to use you. And no one's trying to be malicious in using you, but everyone has unhealthy patterns and coping mechanisms from things they've been through that teach them unhealthy ways of going about their relationships, and unless you actively fight against those, it's just going to be a part of who you are and your personality. So I'm not telling you that these people are evil, you need to cut them off entirely, but I am telling you that you need to keep standing up for yourself and following your own intuition, and to not worry about how it affects others, because some people might vocalize that it's affecting them negatively, but to be honest, like, it's not. You're in control and in charge of your own energy and your own life, and nothing that you do to follow your own passions and be emotionally true to yourself should be affecting anyone else negatively. And if it is, that's something that they need to be reflecting on, because I'm not seeing a whole lot of malicious energy in this reading. I'm seeing someone who is finally taking a grasp of their life and taking control of their needs and their wants. And that is a powerful thing, and that is not something you should be feeling guilt over. And don't let other people make you feel guilty for following your fire, for following your passions. With the Page of Wands, this is going to bring about communications that are going to propel you towards your purpose. This is going to bring about new opportunities to possibly travel. This is going to bring about good communications. Maybe you're going to be making better friends, or like finding people in your life who are a better fit for you because you're being more authentic in your energy. But this is just bringing about just good news in general. Just good news, good vibes. Once again, just reiterating, like, you don't have to feel guilt. Like, this is good. This is a good thing. With the Knight of Cups, there's this energy of this bringing about some sort of emotional endeavor, a possible romantic proposal. You could end up finding your person because you are being more authentically yourself, and this, like, accidentally, like, you're not even thinking about it, but it, like, guides you towards your heart's purpose and some romantic purposes here. The Knight of Cups does often entail some sort of love connection, whether that's what you're actively working towards or if it's something that's going to be in the background and just kind of comes along with it. But it's this energy of even possibly a date with the Page and the Knight of with the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. There's like date energy. You might be reconnecting with someone again with that possible travel. That it's gonna bring a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of love and light into your life. With the Creator, now is a time to learn to say no. And I'm so happy that this card came out because this is only in this deck. This is not in my other deck, so this is specifically for the people who chose this reading. You're learning the power of saying no, holding on to your energy. Basically, this energy that I've been saying throughout this whole reading just being confirmed in this one card. You are taking charge of your life, and you're no longer being a yes man, and it's going to cause insane changes. But this is like coming from pure intentions and is therefore a good thing. I want to reiterate that. But with Judgment here, Libra placements could be significant. You're having a realization moment, either through my words through this reading, or you recently had one, or you're about to have one, but it's this moment of looking at your life and being like, you want to know what? That weird girl on my YouTube was right. Like, I'm not in control of my life, and I should be. There are things I want to take control of. There are things I need to assess and change. You're kind of reflecting on your life and looking at everything and being like, you want to know what? It's time. It's time we make the changes. It's time we accept the things that need to be accepted, and we assess the things that need to be assessed, and we make the moves. The Lovers. So your last card in this reading for pile number 1 is the Lovers. Gemini placements could also be significant. With 2 major arcana cards in air signs and Capricorn for the only other major arcana, I am getting this energy of someone who is very analytical and in their head. Very in their head. But with the Lovers here, this action's not only gonna guide you into self-love and self-care and just living a life more open to love and your emotions in that sense, but it also is going to bring about someone who is meant for you, someone you're going to have long-lasting love with, whether this be platonic, familiar, or romantic. Like, this is going to revitalize relationships in your life and fill them with so much genuine, strong, and eternal love is what I'm hearing. Like, this love isn't going away anytime soon. These connections that are coming into your life, this love. And when I keep saying love, don't be scared of love coming into your life, because I am getting that energy, especially with the Devil in this reading. There's a lot of fear, but this is going to allow you to grow in such a peaceful and harmonious way with all the growth around them, all the flowers. This is going to allow you purity and childlike fun and energy. You're going to be connecting with somebody who just heals your energy fully and truly. It's going to be a very pure connection. And like I said, this could be platonic, familiar, or romantic. It does not have to be fully romantic. But I'm also going to pull one oracle to end this reading off from my Magical Spirit Oracle. Okay. Emotions. specifically E dash motions, honoring the flow of all the emotions. And the word is alchemy, processing, and sensitivity. That's what the card looks like. Super pretty. There's a lot of heart chakra energy, crown chakra, and third eye chakra energy being activated. It's all about learning how to love, learning how to see things clearly, and learning how to trust in your own knowing. I'm going to quick read from the book. This is also a water card, so once again, the angel number 444, which we saw during this reading. I'm going to go to the card on 38. An affirmation that can help you during this time is my emotions are honored and processed in healing. Emotion, energy in motion. Emotions must be allowed to express, flow, and transmute, not be neglected, overflowing, or left stagnant. Navigating emotions can be tricky, but above all else, they must be honored, they must be processed, and they must be respected. This doesn't mean that we give into the whims of every emotion we feel. We still have a responsibility to use our better judgment when deciphering them. For instance, emotion feels like intuition knows. Get curious about them. Where are they coming from? Why am I feeling this? How can I better move through it? If you are sensitive, you must protect yourself from getting lost in the chaos of emotions. It can be too much. Sometimes we can send ourselves spiraling into deep despair or joyful naivety. It says naiveness, but I think it's naivety? Whatever. Okay. Sorry. We must find the balance of body, mind, and soul. We must learn emotional intelligence. This is why writing can be beneficial in making sense of our emotions. Words are spells. Writing can help us both organize our thoughts and our emotions and soothe ourselves back into balance, understand and release them, along with tears, and help us figure out what we can do to best move through them. Along with tears was in parentheses, so it's like also you should cry. And decide the right action to take. Pulling the emotions card tells us that there is a flow that needs to happen. Something internal is affecting our external world and is calling to be processed so that we can live our fullest and more enriched lives. What action can you take to transmute it? And here is just another little guidance thing that they throw in. This is the manifestation enhancer, so an activity or a thought process or whatever. But it says, through the power of spell casting or writing, so like journaling, because, you know, this is a book for both the witches and just your average Joe, which is what I love about this oracle. But through the power of spellcasting or writing, find out what action will best serve you to the alchemization of your emotions. Light a candle, grab a journal, and ask Spirit for guidance. This could simply be a release, so crying, screaming into a pillow, or opening up to a loved one. Or it could be doing something physical, such as exercise, dance, or yoga. Or something expressive, like writing, creating, singing, or any other art modality. Allow this as a process. Allow this to be a process, not a one-time thing, so it could be a regular activity that you benefit from. Finally, your emotions should be addressed on an individual level. Different emotions may need different actions. So that is the end of my reading for card pulls for number 1. I hope you really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed doing that for you. That was really special. Now I'm going to clean this up and set up for pile 2. That was so beautiful. Healing the heart chakra. Meditating on that could be really helpful for you as well. But I do think journaling is really a good suggestion at this time. So much wants to be said. The universe wants to guide you so heavily. I have a feeling that once you do put in these practices, please do, the universe is going to speak directly through you onto the page. I'm also seeing the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands as I put this away. You're going to be glowing up here, and you are going to be building stability and you're going to be glowing up both in the energy that people love you because you're reliable and you're generous and you're hardworking, but also in the energy of people see you as worthy and motivated, and both of those kings are known. One for being just like sexy and the other one for being hot. So like you working on yourself in this way is going to make you attract what you want out of life. It's going to make you very attractive. Okay. Pile 2, you had the Lavenderite and the Lapis. These are two very heavy on the third eye chakra crystals. This is all about seeing clearly, speaking clearly, and knowing what you need to know, having the intuition from the universe, guidance. Lavenderite has heavy ties to helping with spiritual gifts. So if you did pull this card, you might be someone who is meant to become more spiritual or is meant to work on themselves spiritually at this time. Or you're just being guided through this message. And that's what that is about, just like heavy pay attention energy. Lapis is heavy on the truth, heavy on what makes sense, and giving you clarity to speak your truth and know the truth. These cards are struggling to come out a bit more. The other ones came out pretty quickly. Ooh. And I spoke a little too soon. Okay. I'm only gonna leave out the first few that fell. Anything else to get us started? Okay. Okay, the first card to flip over where I can see it right away. So I'm going to take that as significant. I'm also hearing to check the shadow. Queen of Cups. She was in our last reading, so these readings could be heavily connected. But with the Tower as the first card to flip over, and the only card you can see right now, you are going through major life transformations right now. Things feel like they just went from 0 to 100 real fast. Everything just, it could be a downhill feeling, like everything just like shot downhill. That isn't necessary, but it's like super common. Because the Tower is all about major transformations. And majority of the time in Birth for Confirmation, if you are going to have a major transformation, it's probably going to be a little painful at first. But yeah, it's also because of the Queen of Cups being the shadow and being the first thing I checked. I'm getting this energy of you're having major transformations in something regarding your emotions, regarding your I feel like fully, you might be feeling sensitive about it, but this isn't, like, it wasn't reversed at all, and I am not taking reverse cards in these readings. You might have noticed from the first one if you watched both, which you are definitely allowed to watch both. If you can't choose between a pile, you can just watch them both. But with the Queen of the Wands and the Tower, I'm going to hope that this first card clarifies the Eight of Wands. So you recently had a big conversation with somebody where you fully allowed yourself to embrace your Queen of Wands energy. You allowed yourself to share how emotionally intuitive you are, but you also allowed yourself to share how you're truly feeling. You stood strong in your energy. You were really caring. You maybe you had a conversation with someone who was really caring and really emotionally confirming and like reassuring. But there's this energy of expressing your emotions fully, truly, being authentic and being nurturing in a communication, and it kind of just like blew your mind, like tore stuff down. Maybe this wasn't even your communication. Maybe this was a communication that you like witnessed or heard about, that you watched, and you were like, wow, things are changing. Something in my life's got to change right now. With the King of Pentacles, You are working really hard to bring abundance into your life, to bring stability into your life, and to just work on yourself and work on what needs to be worked on. You're in this energy of like this very paternal energy, where you feel very protective over someone or something at this time is what I'm hearing. Maybe in regards to the communication, if it wasn't your communication, if this was someone else's communication, you feel very protective over this person for expressing their emotions, for being emotionally vulnerable and clear and kind. And something about that communication like made you feel very protective over them and made like a like flip switch in your brain. With the Ace of Wands, it's bringing a boot. 111 on the timer. You might be traveling to Canada. That's like so random, but just like with the way I was messing up, that was like the way I went with it. But the Ace of Wands, you are about to start a new beginning. That is you following your passions, following what you care about due to this situation, this tower moment with this communication. Whatever was said here, whatever feelings you had of I need to work hard and make changes, you're about to start a new beginning full of passions, full of the things you truly care about. And with the 10 of Cups, it's going to be so emotionally fulfilling, so prosperous. This could be having to do with the beach. I'm hearing hammocking. That just could be significant to this person's connection or to you. I'm also seeing a possible queer relationship or a interracial relationship. Just from the card here, just reading it, analyzing it, really leaning into the differences between my decks for these readings. But you're about to find a lot of emotional fulfillment in this connection. I'm feeling like this Queen of Cups is the energy of someone else, specifically with it being the shadow. Like, I feel like this reading is coming out as you're working towards this Queen of Cups. For whatever reason, this person who is emotionally mature and nurturing and caring and sensitive, this is someone you realized you need to communicate with. You had like a big moment where you're like, I need a new beginning with this person, and I think it's gonna, and you think, but you also know. This is heavy on the knowing and thoughts and the third eye and seeing things clearly. So the fact that you think you want to move towards this person, you think you might want to reconnect with this person, this is me and the universe telling you right now, this is divine guidance. You are supposed to be moving towards this person. This is going to bring you emotional fulfillment. It's going to bring you joy, prosperity, reconnecting, or just connecting in general. Maybe this is someone you never truly got to know. But this connection is going to bring you so much abundance, so much peace, so much happiness, so much joy. Yeah, so with the Empress here, this is someone you feel like you could create a life with. You see this person bearing your kids, possibly. I know that was like a 0 to 100 thing, but like with the 10 of Cups, the kids in that imagery, and like she's pregnant with the world. It feels like, and this could be like, if the Empress is not a person, if the Empress is an energy, it's this energy of you're creating a whole new beginning, a whole new world for yourself in taking this action towards emotional security and intuitiveness. And I do kind of want to ask, I'm going to ask, where's my deck? Where did it go? Should I just check these? Oh, it's the shadow. I think I should check these because I thought too. 5 of Swords. I'm just going to rapid fire. Judgment. A lot of these are repeating cards from the last reading. I think they're probably heavily connected, and I do suggest checking them both out. The Hierophant. Okay. So, you feel like whatever this Ace of Wands, passionate opportunity you want to move towards. This Queen of Wands, I'm just going to set it in the spread so I don't lose the Queen of Cups. I don't know why I said Queen of Wands, but that could also be significant. You could see this person as both the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So someone who is creative and a leader and unafraid to be themselves and is very hot, but then also emotionally beautiful and nurturing and sensitive and caring. But and fire and water signs are heavy in that. But with the Empress, the Five of Swords, Judgment, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Cups, it's giving this energy of there's this new prosperous beginning you could start, especially with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Like, you're going to have a lot of emotional fulfillment from this, but there's been a lot of anxiety. There's been a lot of worrying about whether or not this is the move. You might have been fighting against yourself and your thoughts, or it feels like yourself and your thoughts, because then with Judgment and the Hierophant, it feels like you might not have felt like you were good enough for something. Maybe if this is a person, I want clarification. I want clarification. Is this about somebody? Is this about a person? Okay, that's 3 cards that like flew. 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. I don't think that's important right now because they didn't clearly answer the question. They just said there's a lot of luck and adventure in this new beginning that's going to come quickly, and you're going to learn a lot and be able to teach a lot. So that's what's important right now. Moving towards whatever this is going to allow you to have quick changes in your reality, and you're going to learn a lot and gain a lot from it. It's an adventure, and it's something that you have good luck with you going towards it. It's something that's supposed to help you make you feel freer. But with the Five of Swords, Judgment and the Hierophant, feels like you don't feel like you might be good enough. You might be assessing yourself and realizing you're meant to be assessing yourself and realizing that you are good enough, that you are moral, that you are kind, that you are worthy and deserving of someone who is as emotionally intuitive and caring as you, because we truly do see in others what we have in ourselves. We reflect ourselves in others. So if you're viewing somebody as this like beautiful energy, you also have it within you. Five of Cups, Queen of Swords, Justice. You've had to leave something behind. You had to face a tough truth that something was just not meant for you. Something was holding you back, not allowing you to be authentic in yourself. So you had to let it go. And with Justice here, this is karmic justice, or you will be receiving karmic justice. This feels like somebody else's karmic justice, that you realize this and that you had to leave this behind. Feels like you might have done something where the situation was your karmic justice, and you know now in hindsight that this was meant for you, that this was justice, is also what I'm hearing, or at least in due time you will realize that this was never meant to be a situation you were in. You were meant to leave that energy behind and start this new adventure, this new beginning with the Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords that you're going to learn a lot from. I'm going to pull 4 more cards and then probably be done and hit you with the Oracle. Sorry if I ruined this reading. I don't know if the camera records once it goes black, but I've had to make it not black a few times. 4 of Wands, we love. The Fool. 2 more, please. 2 more, Universe. 2 more, Lord. 1. One last card, please. I'm hearing shadow. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Shadow. The Chariot. Okay. 10 of Swords. Back. Nice to see you again, except it's never nice to see her. The 4 of Wands, the Fool, and the Chariot. So much major arcana, by the way, in this ending. Significant zodiac signs or times, just like seasons, you know, like the months, so you can look up these signs and like what months they belong to and the time frame they belong to and try to think if any of it resonates. There's a card flipped over in here. There's 2. Okay, so you have 2 extra cards because I'm not gonna not give them to you. Should I do 2 more just to fill the spread? Okay. And where I place these feels significant. Okay. So when it comes to your emotional authenticity and being yourself and being nurturing and like that Queen of Cups energy that I was talking to you guys about earlier, you've had a lot of walls up around this energy. It feels like you've been hurt before or misused. You've been mistreated and taken advantage of for your emotional authenticity and your intuitiveness. 4114 on the timer. You've been hurt emotionally, so you definitely have walls up that one are part of the reason why you lost the situation, besides the fact that it was karmic justice and you weren't meant to be in the situation you were in. You also lost it because of these boundaries that you have around your emotions. And with the 9 of Wands, your walls are definitely like, you put them there to protect yourself and that was great, but like they need to be overcome now. You're gonna meet someone who just breaks them down, who honestly I'm hearing it's like a giant energy in this card, because like in the card it's a giant next to these walls and she could easily step over them. You are going to meet someone of a higher vibration, higher height emotionally and like spiritually, who just walks right over it. You put up all these walls and they're just gonna walk over it, and you need to be ready for something like that. So with the Ace of Pentacles coming out next to the Ace of Swords, it's this energy that this new beginning that you're starting, this new adventure, is gonna surround the idea of you taking care of yourself and you growing and allowing yourself to be, I would say, allowing yourself to be emotionally cognizant. It's like a weird way to phrase that. And also allowing you to be taking care of your mind, body, and spirit. Balanced in the way you spend your energy. Not just taking care of the outer responsibilities of life that need to be done, but also taking charge of your wants and your needs. Oh, what a beautiful last card. Okay. So, there's a lot of burdens that you're feeling from this message, or just like in life right now. With the 10 of Swords, there's a lot that you feel like you need to free yourself from at this time. And in order to free yourself from all of this stress, all this anxiety, all this pressure, in order to just let go and breathe in fresh air and to feel free, you need to trust. You need to trust in your divine guidance. 222, because I kind of stuttered into that, but the universe is trying to guide you. God, the Lord, whatever you believe in, Allah, is trying to guide you right now. And you need to listen, because they're going to guide you towards a union that you need to blindly fall into with the Fool after it. With the 4 of Wands, this union is going to be either like friend, family, it could be a romantic partner, but it's going to be someone who allows you to feel authentically yourself, allows you to be free, You might already have an idea of someone this could be, just because this reading does end with the Six of Cups, which is all about reconciliation. So this is possibly a past energy that you need to connect with. And with the Fool here and the Ten of Swords, like, these cards are a lot of energy of let go and let God. Like, very much just trust in the universe, trust in your guidance. Like, allow this connection to just come back together, to come to fruition. Because this is part of your success journey with the Chariot. This is part of you getting everything you've ever wanted. I also had the Wheel come out when I was adding these last two cards. This is success. This is completion of old cycles. This is 10-10 significance, which is the ending of cycles and kept coming up in the last reading. But I have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups along with the Wheel, which is the 10th card and all about closing off cycles. So once again, heavy in closing off cycles. This is, you're going through major changes. This is really big, which is the Tower, which is the card you started with. But with the Chariot here, you're allowing your passions, your wants, and your cravings, along with divine guidance and spirituality and what is the right thing to do to guide you towards a successful reconciliation and reconnecting with someone who you were meant to stay connected with. Also, the Six of Cups is the same as the King of Cups, who I did see while I was shuffling a lot. This is going to lead you to embracing this really masculine, strong, emotional energy of not being afraid of toxic masculinity and your feelings and your emotions and your sensitivity, using it as your power, using it as something that gives you the strength to, like, I feel like, to be looked at as strong. You're going to show other men, I don't know why, but I'm giving heavily that this is a masculine energy, or you're showing other masculines, and it doesn't have to be a man. This could just be, like, someone with masculine energy who, like, resonates with, like, the divine masculine sides of them most heavily. But you're going to be showing people in your life how to take charge of their emotions and how to be strong in their emotions and how to be like, I am unapologetically feeling this way. And how I feel is not an attack on anyone. It is what I'm feeling, and it is valid. It is okay, and that is really, really going to be powerful for you. It's going to be really good. I'm getting a lot of, like, lightheadedness, so I feel like that could have a lot to do with, I can tell that this is gonna be really good for you. It's gonna be a really good change. I wish I could find the King of Cups. Found it. Did not take long, and next to it was the King of Swords. There's a lot of divine union themes. This is, I guess, the evidence that it's the same guy. You can kind of see how they're the same with that gray hair there. But with the King and Queen of Cups, this is you balancing out your energy, because you have both divine feminine and divine masculine energy. All of us do. That's why as soon as I said man, I corrected myself, because 48 on the timer, it is not about that. We both, as human beings, all of us on this planet, have both and need to learn how to balance both. And this is going to be a heavy focus for you, or just like something that is really worked on in the background. I'm also seeing fish as being significant. That reminded me of this song. It's called Favorite Fish by Gus something. If you look up Favorite Fish, that could be significant lyrics to you. But I'm just noticing the fish in this card a lot more. This is going to be really good for you. My throat's getting dry, and I feel like I'm losing my train of thought, so I think that is the universe kind of keeping some secrets, preventing me from speaking more on it, because I do have my assumptions about this. I do have my thoughts, but I'm being guided to keep them to myself at this time. I'm going to pull an oracle. And that'll be the end of this reading. Yeah, if this did resonate, I do heavily suggest watching the last pick a card, which I know, like, what's the point in picking a card if you're just going to read them both, but it feels significant. 444 could be significant in this reading as well, because we have a water card once again. This one's 34. The word on this is it's time to come home. This is the goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, and ego. That's what the card looks like. Oh, I'm also seeing a shadow card, the mind. Give to the mind and it gives back. That is air energy, so that is 333. And I'm gonna cover up her just in case. But yeah, 2334, ascending numbers. This is progression. This is moving forward. This is part of your path, part of your journey with the wheel here. Part of your good karma as well. Because you do have good karma that's due. Okay, so with the goddess of the sea, there's abundance, purification, ego, and treasures. A good affirmation for you at this time is, I'm coming home to where my soul calls to me. The fisherman has been on a long and challenging journey. He has been casting his net for fish, but the fish do not come. His soul is starving and he longs for more. Suddenly, he sees a shining light in the distance, a soft purple glow, and decides to follow. He is led to the goddess of the sea, her ruling element being the forces and symbology of water. Her purpose is to help us remember where the real treasures are. This is so heavy. The goddess of the sea and the Queen of Cups just feel heavily correlated. The Queen of Cups sparked this in you. This Queen of Cups energy, this goddess of the sea. Sorry, it's just really significant, and I just want to point that out because it feels very heavy in my heart space to talk on it. Her purpose is to help us remember where the real treasures are. She can show you that what it is. She can show you what it is to need, not just what it is to want. And if you are willing to know, she can show you what the soul is and what the ego is. She takes you beyond your false needs and false self. She shows you a world of true spiritual abundance. The fisherman symbolizes the ego and its endless desires and hunger for more. Yet he is searching in the wrong places, and it's never enough. He plunders the sea and gets lost in vast expanses. After all of his searching for more, he has never felt less. He feels small, insignificant, and empty, even though an abundant sea lives beneath him and all around him. The goddess of the sea dissolves everything that is not true or rooted in soul. This can be painful, as we live our lives, we have vices, and she is powerful and represents the endless abundance of water and its purification and power and cleansing that it can bring. Pulling this card is an affirmation of her awakening within you. You're starting to notice more of what is not true. You're realizing more often when you are casting a net for false treasure. The things that used to sparkle have become dull and undesirable. You feel called towards what is real. You're becoming less and less like the fisherman. This card can also be a sign to watch extra closely where you are fishing. The goddess calls you near and has much to show you. You are close to her. It is time to come now. Release your net. You won't be needing it much longer. And then there is a prompt to help you with guidance here. It says, reflect or journal on the fish that you have used to cast your net for, in quotes, fish. Acknowledge the false ego and desires that you no longer seek or want to catch. Appreciate the times that you have chosen to come home instead. Reflect on anything now that feels misaligned for you and anything that doesn't seem to shine like it used to. This is your sign to let the net loose. Let go of things that no longer serve. And now 23. The first air card. Inspiration, mood, cycle, and reciprocity. The words are, I take care of my mind and it takes care of me. The scientist, mental clarity, brain power, and peace. If you want to brighten the mind, you must feed it light. The mind is delicate and ironically powerful in its center. It is fragile in the sense that it wants its owner to be gentle and needs it to be kind to its needs. Only then can it be awakened and be used as a healthy force. To be strong, the mind must be nourished in ways that best suit it. Not every mind has the same mental appetite. It must be treated with reciprocation. I don't know how to say that word, I'm so sorry. And respect. We cannot expect so much from it when we are not giving it something of equal value in return. The mind card is about mental health, creative stimulation, inspiration, and thoughtfulness. The artist must create, the scientist must experiment, the monk must meditate, and the shaman must chant, the explorer must explore. And we have all of these archetypes within us. There is a cycle of inspiration, cycles. We must nurture them, or the artist will be depressed. The scientist will go stark and raving mad. The monk will lose their peace, and the shaman's connection to spirit will be weakened, and so on. Without the proper nutrients, they cannot flow or grow. Pulling this card can also be a positive omen that bright, creative, and intelligent times are coming. You have been putting all of this into practice, and your mind is sparkling and brimming with mental growth, new ideas, and clarity. This can be a time of stimulation and momentum, strokes of brilliance in your life. Take advantage of it. Continue to treat your mind with the utmost respect and love. And the activity here is, what works for your unique mind? What would you like more from it? What will you feed your mind for more? What will you feed your mind for more of it? I just kind of hate the way some of this book is worded, but it says such important things and gives me such good guidance, but like, y'all saw me struggling through this. But write down a list and remember to stick to it of what works for your mind to make you happy and feel challenged. What do you want to learn more from? Write down a list of things and ask yourself what helps and what hinders. You may already know and you haven't been acting upon it, or you may want to experiment more. The mind holds so much potential if we learn from it. Okay, that is the end of the reading for pile 2. Thank you for sticking around and watching this through. If you would like to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Continue working on it because I have good feelings, good vibes coming towards you in the future, sending you good energy. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.